All right, I'm trying to knock out three videos. Okay. Because the thing is, y'all, I talk to myself a lot. And I realize that I talk to myself a lot because I got a lot of stuff going on up here in this beautiful imagination, this big, beautiful brain. But also because I was told shut up a lot. My mama ain't like all that noise, okay? She only was my friend when she wanted something from me. My son does that too. But yeah, so here goes it before I take me a nice hot shower, which I have been doing like, no, I always wash my ass, but like I have been taking multiple baths. No, that was a lie. Slow down, child. Slow down, slow down. I have been taking multiple showers throughout the day, and I like it. Like I like taking a shower. I like just being cleansed by the water. If I can shut up with this mouth and also calm this down long enough, like I'm able to like really like hear. I'm working on doing that more because I know that it's hard for me to sit still because I have a lot of energy flowing through my body, but also because my little girl does not feel safe. Like she feels like if she's still, something's gonna grab her. Because I experienced a lot of trauma at such a young age. Wait, let me slow down my pauses. Hold on. So I can like give y'all a chance to. Okay. So because I had experienced a lot of shit at such a young age, my little girl, Poopanella, right? She internalized all this shit as like monsters. Like everybody was a monster. So if you're waking out of your sleep and violated, multiple times, and then like even when you get older, like you're dealing with these men that'll wake you up out your sleep and fight you because whatever demons are on them, they're telling them get you, like get her, attack her light, like attack her light so there's nothing left. So when you experience that so many times, like you don't feel safe. Like you literally feel like if you close your eyes long enough, something is gonna get you. And if you've ever felt like that in your life, like that's probably, you probably struggle with sleep. Like you probably can't sleep for a long period of time because you just don't feel safe. A lot of us that have experienced like really fucked up traumas, or just growing up in like that and growing up in inner city, or I guess I could say, or just if you've grown up in like so much like chaos, your nervous system is the same nervous system as somebody that fought in the war. So having a nervous system like that, it is very hard to like be still. I know that you can hear yourself, you can hear God in the stillness, but it's see like just now that was so peaceful. Like just like saying that to y'all and then like saying, okay, now be about it. Pause for a second. All right. All right, y'all, let's just pause for a second. Even I'm hunched over because it's just like, I'm like, I gotta get this out. I gotta get this out. It's weighing me down. But like, just, you know what? Let me just take a second. Like, let's take a second with me. I'm trying to stay close. Like, I'm trying to do this little vibe thing, but I know you still need to see me. Okay, so let's just take a second, y'all. Today is my sister, which what would have been her 43rd birthday. Um, she completed her time here at the age of 39. And even though I'm like really sad, I don't know, I feel like, and even if, and even honestly, I feel like, well, no, okay, slow down. If you're still here, thank you for riding with your girl. Because I'm just processing this shit, like processing this shit in real time with y'all. Even though this is actually a recording, because I probably have to go back and edit some stuff, not like really take out what I want y'all to like, see, because this is me like healing that version of myself. And this is for anybody that is like, because, okay, there's people that I've come across on YouTube, TikTok, IG, and they are like a fucking rainbow, and I can just see that just watching them like be themselves, be awkward, be quirky on social media, and I'm learning how to embrace that. Like, I used to feel like I always had to be perfect, like, and this was being forced on me by somebody who I'm just learning. When somebody tell me some shit like how I should be, I'm really learning to look at them like, cause are you embodying that? Like, what you telling me I need to do? What do you okay. I was taught that I had to be perfect. Yeah, today is my sister's birthday, and my feelings, like, they're all over the place because my family is just so fucking messy. It was like, when she was alive, there was always this thing like that I think that I'm better. But what it really was, it's, what's crazy? When I be like really expressing things and like sharing shit, like I always hear like my mother's voice in my ear, like saying, like yelling, like Natasha, Natasha, like basically saying like I'm telling. So it feels like there's something like, what's the word? What is it called? Like, is it a sigil? Like there's like a blockage where I can't tell the family business. And I know that some of the shit, no. Okay, I said that wrong. I have been making videos like this for a long time. And like I said in a previous video, when I came out, I was like fucking Cat Williams in that Shannon Sharp interview. I'm telling all y'all niggas. But that's just because my little girl was like, they're doing this shit to me. Like, they are doing this wild shit to me, and I'm not okay. Like, blink twice, bitch. Like, I'm serious. Like, it was a lot of fucking shit. Like, and that shit happens in a lot of our families. Like, you be suffering in silence because the rest of the niggas is with the shit. How I'm gonna tell them the shit that my mother doing to me when they on that same type of time? Because so it's like, even if I would ventilate to my aunt what my mom was doing to me, she didn't in her own way like not know how to show up for her own daughter. So yeah, she's able to be that for me, like a listening ear, but she didn't even like that's the patterns in my family. That's a fucking lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It was so much that was like swept under the rug, and it's like, I feel like the women in my family carried so much. I feel like my grandmother carried so much, and when she left her body, like, she didn't have to deal with that shit no more. I remember when we were in the hospital when they gave her diagnosis, and I was looking at her like, you hear what the doctor saying? And my grandma was so calm, y'all. She was calm, and when he left, don't worry about me, I'm good. I'm good. I live my life. This is a shell. I can't take this with me. And I don't care. I'm okay. I'm good. Like, she got the fuck on. And there's a part of me that feel like it's continuing her legacy. What it would look like to me is setting boundaries with my family and not feeling this guilt that I need to protect them and carry their load. Because I know, like, women, like, we're taught that we gotta protect. And a lot of times it's because it ain't even if a man in the picture, like, he probably weak, or there's just no men in the picture, right? So a lot of us are taught that we gotta protect and take care of everybody, but we neglect ourselves. And when my grandmama transitioned, I just remember it being something with her heart. When my sister transitioned, I remember it being something with her heart. I just looked at it like that body could not take no more heartache. Period. As I'm saying that to y'all, I feel a tightness right up in here. I done went to the doctor twice for that. They hooked me up to EKG. They said everything is okay. With all due respect, ma'am, you in that machine. Because spiritually, I know what's happening. My heart couldn't take anymore. Just like the women in my family. They got the fuck up out of here. Are they still with us? Yeah, I believe so. But their cycle here is complete. Continuing my grandmother's legacy. Continue, like, healing honoring all the ancestors, all the female ancestors in my bloodline would be taking care of myself. You know, like loving on myself and okay, what's examples of that? Removing myself from people that are not well and they don't want to get well. It's because it ain't my job to fix them. I was my mother's mother and my grandmother was my mother. Continuing the women in my family's legacy is living for me, doing what makes me happy. Married. I never thought I was going to get married. And I'm married to a woman. That's my best friend. Like, yeah, I probably figured out at a very young age I was going to be with a woman. But it was like, you can't do that. Now, I know my grandmother would have been okay with that. My mom wasn't okay. Because in her mind, people were going to talk about us. And remember, my mom always worried about they and them. And what they got to say. So I'm going to wrap this and take me a nice spiritual shower. Let it go. Happy birthday to my big sister. I feel like even though my family with their bullshit kept us like, my grandmama didn't play about that. My grandma didn't play about that. Even though my family did that bullshit, like when my sister transitioned, I felt her like, that night I felt her like just, and it was like, her love was like, I love you always and infinitely. Like, I love you. And even now, I feel like I understand my sister. Now that, like, I understand her. Like, I understand what it feels like for everybody to just want to use you. But, like, do you really see me? Do you really see my softness? And I remember even laughing, like, at my sister with some of the rest of my cousins, like, making fun of her and laughing at her. But guess what? I am my sister, and she is me. Because my family would do the same thing to me, laugh at me, make fun of me. I'm currently making content that my sister was doing a few years ago on TikTok. My sister been on TikTok before I even knew what a TikTok was. And I remember my cousins would send that shit to me, and I used to be like laughing. But laughing at what? She's expressing herself. We're doing the same thing. But why was she doing funny? Honoring her legacy is letting go that jealousy spirit that feels like there's only enough light for one of us in this family, in this room. Like, I don't like that my sister and I were divided. I don't like that there were times that I made fun of my sister because I was made to believe that I was better. And I did not feel that way. That's just what kept, like, what they were doing. And you know what? Maybe I did feel that way. You know what? Let me be honest. Let me honor her by being honest. Maybe I did feel that way. Let me not put that on my family. Maybe there was a part of me that did feel like I was better than her. And I need to acknowledge that shit. Because I'm not better than her. She was an amazing mother. She really was. To all of us. And my aunt, you heard what I said. My aunt, her mother, didn't know how to give her that love that she gave to everybody else. That my sister gave to her kids. That came from her. Because my aunt didn't know how to give that to her. So, honoring the women in my family is being honest, acknowledging that we a little fucked up. Yeah. I love you, big sis. I do. Yeah.